Hey everybody, it's Candy, aka Brown Eye Girl 69. How y'all doing? Well, now we got a fire truck that's trying to get over. Which way he pulling out? Okay, cool. He's going the opposite direction. Anyways, hey people, hey gang, how goes it? Well, today has been a very interesting day. It definitely hasn't been boring. I woke up around 9 o'clock this morning. I didn't even bother heating up what coffee I had left because I knew I was going to be coming to Norman today to get me my Dutch Bros. And Dutch Bros was giving out these like can koozie things. It says send it with Dutch. Rebel Energy. Rebel is their energy drink that they have claims on. And then of course we got the windmill logo on the back. I do have a free Dutch Brothers coming for my birthday. In fact, the guy, when he took my order, and after he scanned the app, he pulled it up and asked me if I wanted to use my free birthday drink. I was like, oh no. I will be saving that for a later date. They give you a free birthday drink. You can get any size and any kind free of charge. Meaning you can get mix-ins, toppings, multiple flavors, etc., etc. And you have 1 month to use that. But the main reason why I wanted to go to Dutch Bros today was to pick up that little koozie. Plus, they've been doing this promotion because of summer with app stickers, digital stickers, you know. And I'm a collector, so. They had this one, it's a lava lamp. And it came out yesterday. And these new digital stickers, they're running for like 3 days, you know. So if you don't get into Dutch Brothers in that 3-day period, you can't collect that digital sticker. So far, out of all the digital stickers that they've offered, I think I've gotten 3 of them. And there's another one that I want to get in the next couple of days. Well, it'll be by this weekend. And it's an arcade one. It's a pretty cool looking one. And then next week, the beginning of July, the first Wednesday in July, is a sticker drop that they do every month. But no, I just wanted to come on here and tell y'all it's been a really good day. Before I actually left to drive to Norman to get my Dutch Brothers, my maintenance man contacted me and asked me if I was going to be home because my landlady ordered me a new faucet for my sink. And I'm going to tell you what, I took a picture of it already. And who knows, I might post it on here, or I'll just do a community post about it. But basically, it looks like it's brand new. It's black. It's one of those kinds that pulls away. So when you rinse, you're not just stuck with one basic faucet where you have to move it around. You know, you actually got a sprayer to help you rinse off your dishes and stuff. And for somebody that washes all of her dishes by hand because she doesn't have a dishwasher, it's ideal for me. And it even has like a little towel bar on it so you can hang your dishcloth off from there. Once he removed the old one, I was able to clean up the base of where the sink or the faucet had been and made it look really nice and clean and shiny again before he installed the new one. So yeah, I got me my new faucet in my kitchen. Yay. I went and got me my Dutch Bros. Yay. I hardly have any money left. I did put $10 in the gas tank. I got about 100 miles before I hit E. By the time I make it home, it's probably going to be more like 90 miles before E. I do get paid on Thursday, but my paycheck, I'm only going to have like $50 left out of my paycheck once I pay my bills. That's not much. I don't like to be a beggar. But I do feel like if, a closed mouth never gets fed, so to speak. So if there's something that you need in this life, it's best to ask for it, because even if you don't get it right then, right there, doesn't mean you're not going to get it sooner or later. And I know the universe has my back. I'm not starving, even though there's times that I look in my refrigerator and my cabinets and look around at all my supplies slowly dwindling. Even my non-food supplies like my dish soap, my laundry soap, things that I, need to utilize. Toilet paper, paper towels, things of that nature. Slowly dwindling. I see my supplies slowly dwindling, and then I start, thinking, oh gosh, am I going to have enough money to be able to get this? Or am I going to become one of those types of people that can only go to the store to buy exactly what they need and no more, no less, Am I going to be one of these people that has to start counting her pennies just to be able to keep dish soap in her home and a few things to eat on for a couple of days, I hope it doesn't get to that point, but I don't like to worry. I know the universe has my back. I've been in worse positions than I've been in now. I've been in a position where I was homeless, lived outside. I didn't have no bills to pay, but I still had things that I needed to, get along in life and survive. I still had a food requirement. I still had a toilet paper, paper towel requirement, personal hygiene, etc., etc. Just because I live inside doesn't necessarily mean that life's any easier. It's just that your responsibilities have kind of switched gears a little bit, When you're living outside and homeless, your only thought is what you can get for that day, or what you can do for that day. And then if you didn't get everything accomplished that day that you wanted to do it, well, you always have the next day to get it accomplished again, or try, So yes, I am going to drop my Cash App. I am in the need of some assistance, however that comes, shape, form, or fashion, however that comes. I would be very grateful if there was some soul out there that could help me out with a few dollars, I'm not asking for thousands of dollars. I'm not asking for hundreds of dollars. I'm merely asking for, a few bucks to help me get through and to give me to the next step, I suppose. Anyways, I'm approaching my town. Well, I'm approaching, getting closer. I don't really know what to think about what's going on on the world stage right now, because man, it just seems like a total mind screw, what's going on. I try not to give my energy to it. I do try to pay attention to basically what the headlines are and what the next step of the show is, but I don't pay attention to the show, like if you ever went to go see a show in person, like on Broadway, or like a theater type production, they always give you like a playbill to tell you what's going to happen, the scenes, the acts, whatever. Well, I like to pay attention to the playbill, but I don't necessarily pay attention to the play. You know, that's how I look at it. But there are a lot of things on the playbill that seems to be going kind of crazy right now. And, you know, Trump dropping some F-bombs from what I understand. I haven't necessarily listened to what he has said, but, you know, if there's other people out there saying he dropped some F-bombs, well, I guess he did. And then, you know, it's funny. Some channels that I'm sub to that usually go live every day or make a video every day, I haven't heard or seen from them in a few days. There's people I'm sub to that I used to see around the streets a lot that I haven't seen in a very long time. Seems like me wanting to get a little bit more active with making videos and letting my voice be heard is a thing for me right now. I don't know why. I just feel like I need to let my voice be heard, you know. I've also been thinking about trying to do some self-healing videos, and by that I mean me making videos of myself, basically talking to myself. Not necessarily having a conversation with myself, but trying to get a different perspective of internal things. I've also been thinking about making a video to those people in my life that are no longer here, but if they were here, what would I say to them? And to those people that are still here that I don't really have good communication with, like my mom, things that I want her to know, things that I would want her to know, you know. There's things that I want to talk to my mom about, but it would be too emotional for her, and she wouldn't want to deal with it because she never wanted to deal with emotional issues, you know. If I got too emotional as a child, she always tried to shut me down because she didn't want to have to deal with her own issues, because she's not an emotional person at all. Sometimes I wonder why life gives you the people it gives you at certain times in life. Like me, I was adopted, so I wonder why I was given the parents that I was given. What lesson was it that I was going to need to learn from them being my parents? What lesson was it that, you know, I needed to learn in life, but I needed those types of parents to parent me, to put me in the experiences that I had? Because, you know, I'm really starting to believe that there is no ultimate truth, just perspective. Because I can look at experiences I've had in my life from different and multiple perspectives, and each perspective holds some sort of truth to it. I've made it home, folks. I always back in to my parking spot simply because when it rains here, there's one side of the road that floods more so than the other, and the side that floods the most is usually the driver's side if I was to pull in straight. Not that we have any rain forecast or anything, but I just like to, I've been doing it so long, it's just habit. But yeah, I've been rambling for about 15 minutes. I started talking to y'all right when I was coming through town there. But I'm getting ready to go in here. I've definitely got to make some food. That's one thing I haven't done yet today is eat. And I know I have a little bit of food in my refrigerator that I can heat up and enjoy. And then the rest of my day, I gotta do some laundry. I might contact my daughter and see what she's up to. I think she's off work today. I did get to see the kids and stuff last night for a brief, short period of time. But yeah, other than that, if I don't meet up with my kids later, more than likely I'm just going to be sitting at home, taking a puff, watching a movie, maybe trying to hook up with a couple people on Messenger or whatever. Peace, love, hugs and hugs. And until the next time, I'm out.